What's up, everybody? Urban Voices, we back here with a very popular face that we've been keeping up with, Mr. Kenyatta Johnson. How you doing today, Mr. Johnson?
I'm doing pretty good, Kyle. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Right now, I understand we at your pre-announcement party for your campaign that's coming up next year. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. Next year, I'll be a candidate for the 186th Legislative District of South Philadelphia. We cover the areas of South and Southwest Philly. My platform is public safety, quality education for our young people, affordable housing, and small business and economic development.
Right, that's what our show is focused in on, economics and the social improvement in our communities. What are some of the things or the goals that you plan on focusing on in our community?
Well, one, in the area of economic and community development, I'm going to make it a priority of mine to assign someone in my office to deal with nothing else but to find job training and employment opportunities. We're going to go out, we're going to partner with local businesses as well as corporations and find the means and the know-how to bring the resources back to our neighborhood. One of the key reasons why we have violence in our communities is because of the lack of opportunities. Currently, right now, in our area, our current representative does not have one particular person assigned to deal with job training and employment, so I'm going to step in and fill in that space in his absence.
All right, last week we were talking down at Child's School Rally. Can you update us on that situation?
Yeah, currently the school district has reversed their position at the moment. Their response to our rally and the pressure from the media, they responded basically saying that they're not going to be closing the school, they will not relocate the kids, and they're going to be looking for alternatives to find funding for the school. At this particular point in time, I take their words with a grain of salt. I'm going to continue to follow up with the SRC Commission and the school district when I'm elected state representative to make sure they are held accountable and to make sure they do find the funding to assist the young people at Child's Elementary School.
Now, Mr. Johnson, we've been covering another topic going on in our city with the eminent domain abuse. What advice could you give to people out there if they're threatened with this eminent domain that these companies are able to come in and force them out of their homes?
Well, one, in the area of eminent domain, I would definitely encourage residents to read up on the legislation regarding eminent domain. One, you do not have to be a lawyer to go down to City Hall and read the actual law regarding when the city is able to take away your property. I also recommend that they pay attention to predatory lenders. Predatory lenders are mortgage companies that come into the community that will offer you a high interest rate to assist you in helping you buy a property. A lot of times these types of companies prey on our community because one, they know that we do not have good credit, and two, if we don't have good credit and we don't have a significant amount of money for a down payment, they know we are vulnerable to take a high interest rate loan in order to buy the property. So one, I want you to pay attention when you see these signs that say we buy houses, beware. Because all those signs are basically doing is setting you up to buy a loan that in the long run you won't be able to get out of at a reasonable interest rate.
Well, you heard it here live with Mr. Kenyatta Johnson. Get educated. That's what we here. That's what we about here at Urban Voices. Get educated. Read up on whatever you need to do, especially as a homeowner, and learn how to protect yourself from being from your house being taken away. Any shout outs you want to give, Mr. Johnson?
All I would like to say is on April 22nd, 2008, if you live in South Philly or Southwest Philadelphia, vote for Kenyatta Johnson. It's time for a change. It's not politics as usual, and we need leadership, not politics. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Mr. Johnson, once again, and we'll talk to you later from Urban Voices. Once again, we back here at Urban Voices. We're sitting here with Mr.
Mike Griffin.
Mike Griffin, how you doing tonight?
Very good, man. Very
What brings you out tonight?
Well, basically, you know, me and my partner are about to head to West Africa, Ghana next week. We actually have an international trading company that we have been having since 1995. We've been pretty much all around the continent of West Africa and through Europe. And what I wanted to talk about mainly tonight is about the Amero. This is an economic trade embargo that's been going on with the European Union, and they're talking about doing this one particular currency with Canada and the United States and Mexico. And I want to give a message throughout Philly is that you need to keep our eyes on what the currency is about to do. It's going to hurt a lot of people because the reality is that a lot of people are in the sand about this, and we need to really put ourselves in a position where as though we're digging into another position, which is the continent of Africa. Now, I've been doing a lot of business in West Africa, and we need to really put ourselves in a position where as though we are connecting with the continent.
And where can some of the people go find this information out at?
Well, my company is named Sardis Enterprise International, which is www.sardisinternational.com. We do a lot of business, whether we agricultural business with wood, iron, and steel, medical supplies, cocoa, rice, sugar, different things of that nature, and we do minerals as well. All right.
Now the Amero. Why wasn't everybody informed about that? Why are they so worried about letting everybody know about that?
Because really what happens is the Amero basically puts the United States economy in a different perspective, because if they do bring this thing out, then the stock market will really crash. It will really have a lot of different impact on the stock market. I think that you're going to basically see a lot of different things with China and Japan and the merging of those two continents. A lot of times people, I know I'm saying something that's pretty much kind of that's out-centered, but the reality is I really believe that China and Japan are about to merge their currency. The Secretary of Commerce, basically the Secretary of Treasury, which is Henry Paulson, has gone over to China and tried to get the Chinese to put more value on their currency. They're not doing this, and it's because they know that they're either going to change the currency or come up with a new currency as well in China. So,
okay, where you from?
I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I've been living in Chicago for 25 years. I do a lot of international business in Ghana, West Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan. I'm in Holland, and these are the type of things that, as an economic, perspective, we don't know about, and our community needs to know these things.
All right. You want to shout out that website one more time for the people?
Okay, that website is www.sardisinternational.com. It is an international import-export trading company that's been incorporated since 1995 in Chicago, and we're actually, globally, and we're in West Africa.
All right, well, that's what we about. That's what we about here at Urban Voices. Getting educated, freeing your mind from the system, and making change right here within your community. So we want to thank Mr. Mike Griffin for his interview, and we out from Fiso's Lounge, and we get with y'all later.